Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai Show podcast, a part of Augustus Media Podcast Network. It is Monday morning. We kick things off talking about Al Mullah Plaza collapse, UAE welcoming students from the Gaza Strip, and the big story that sparked fury from the animal cruelty this weekend.
To find out more, and if you've missed our episode, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and listen to the episode.
Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai Show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone is talking about. Happy Monday. I hope you have a brilliant start to the week. Our top story today, the UAE is observing a 3-day mourning period.
As well, the UAE welcomes 33 students from Gaza Strip.
We have the latest details on the Al Mullah Plaza collapse.
As well, a video of a Snapchatter driving a cat to the desert has sparked fury over animal cruelty.
Those are the top stories that we're talking about this morning. But before we get into all of that, a quick shout out to everyone who sent us the most amazing festive, fun videos of the city. This is just one video, Santa Claus festive car in Dubai. But I think, Massa, we have 3 videos that are going to go live here, right? There's a festive, fun Santa. We've got people Santa driving down Sheikh Zayed Road. And we also have that beautiful camping in UAE desert essence that we love.
I mean, honestly, it is time. I think not only me, as well for everyone who lives in the UAE, waits for this period of time, which is like it's cold at night, not very cold in the morning, just to go to the desert, do some camping. As we can see here, honestly, it's the best thing ever.
This just speaks, right? So it like kicks off with the car, the petrol, the tire pumping, setting up your camp, and it's actually all ASMR the whole way through, so you just want to watch it. And it gives you that flavor of like, this is the part of UAE that people don't see. This is the part that as residents, we wait for. Like this weekend, I think you were out, I was out, I was golfing, but it's different. But like the weather was just fantastic, and this is literally what we wait for.
Because what happens is during summer, what we can spend our times at malls, you know, coffee shops and so on, because it's really hot, right? So because the weather now is actually amazing, you can just like have, you know, the best of both worlds.
So where did you go this weekend?
We went to Al Qudra, which is honestly very nice. You know, we had some s'mores and so on. And
you had s'mores?
Yes.
How do you make your s'mores?
You actually, it's very easy. You know, you need to just like get like 3 ranches, and you know, you just like, you
What's
know,
the first one?
The you know, the 3 I would say
marshmallows?
Like no, you get like, you know, you need to like light up a fire, right?
Yeah.
So we lit up a fire one, and then we had like marshmallows and sticks. Yeah. You put them, and you're just like, while you're sitting, and everyone's just like covered up in blankets and cozy, I would say cardigans and socks and boots and all of these things, and you just like have your s'more, like
chocolate mixing with the marshmallows. I didn't grow up with s'mores, but they're so good. Can I say though, yesterday as soon as the sun went down, I was frozen cold. I cannot deal with the weather. Like it's nearly like we're so lucky. And I was like, where's my jumper? I was not prepared for this, but it's finally cold and it's so fresh. And this weekend it was so amazing to just feel so festive and to be able to celebrate Christmas, because I'm here for Christmas, so it's so excited. Like, who is doing this, by the way? Who is putting Santa on their Ferrari?
People are extra. I mean, honestly, this Christmas or any festive season, you can see that Dubai people are actually extra. When there is winter season, they live it to the max, and when there is summer season, they as well live it to the max. However, you, as mentioned earlier, you get now the best of both worlds. You can go to the beach during, like, let's say 1 p.m., 12 p.m., or even 11 a.m., or even not too earlier, because it's still cold. So and then towards like the night, you can go to the desert, have a camping session with your friends, and just enjoy, which is the best thing ever. And just the UAE is known for these camping, I would say, sessions.
And I feel like a lot of people are taking holidays in the next week or two. So if you have any tips for spots to go, we are all ears. We're going to jump into our top story of the day. Of course, this was announced on Saturday by many countries in the region who are expressing their condolences. Our top story today is the UAE is observing a 3-day mourning period. Under the directives of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, from Saturday, the UAE will observe a 3-day mourning period. And to signify this, flags will be flown at half-mast at official departments, embassies and UAE diplomatic missions outside of the country.
The news of the death was reported in a statement carried by the Kuwait news agencies, Kuna. With deep grief and regret, we mourn to the Kuwaiti people, the Arab and Muslim nations, and the friendly people, demise of His Highness the Emir Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmad Al Jabir Al Sabah, who passed away today, Saturday.
UAE President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan issued a statement. He said, "I extend my sincere condolences to the Kuwaiti government and people over the passing of Sheikh Nawaf Al Mahad Al Jabir Al Sabah. Our heartfelt sympathies are with his family and the entire nation, and we pray that God rests his soul in eternal peace."
As well, the Presidential Court issued the following statement: "With hearts that believe in Allah, will, and destiny, President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan mourns the passing of His Highness Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmad Al Jabir, who passed away today."
And as we said, this means you'll see, to signify, the flags will be flown at half-mast. Specific official departments of the UAE and embassies will observe the 3-day mourning period. And let's move on to our next story.
Yes, and in another story, UAE welcomes 33 students from Gaza Strip now as part of the UAE's ongoing support to the Palestinian people in various humanitarian, relief, medical, and educational fields, in a generous initiative by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the UAE, and under the directives of His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Presidential Affairs. The United Arab Emirates University has welcomed 33 students from Gaza Strip to study at the university's expense.
We love to hear this, and we hope to hear more of these stories, and we thank the UAE for this incredible work. His Excellency Zaki Nusseibeh, the cultural advisor to His Highness the President and the President of the UAE University, expressed his deepest gratitude and appreciation due to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan kind initiative. Because, as we know, this reflects the UAE's continuous support of the Palestinian people. It will not stop.
Now, this initiative aims to support the Palestinian people by providing them with educational opportunities.
And as we know, education is at the heart of everything that we do.
Yes.
Let's move into our next story. Some more videos that were going viral over the weekend. We have the latest details on the Al Mullah Plaza collapse. A small section of Al Mullah Plaza collapsed this weekend, causing minor injuries to two. Now, a quick rewind. If you grew up in Dubai, then you probably remember visiting Al Mullah Plaza. It is a shopping center in Al Nada that evokes a lot of nostalgia. And after decades of standing tall, yesterday a small section of the mall collapsed.
CCTV footage was shared on social media of the ground collapsing slightly and objects falling over. Now, according to Dubai police, the collapse occurred as a result of improper storage of heavy materials. They also assured the authorities responded quickly and 2 people sustained minor injuries.
So, Dubai police reported government authorities have taken swift action to manage the situation arising from the collapse. Government departments responded rapidly and therefore to ensure the safety of everyone, including workers and visitors. We thank God that there was only 2 injuries here. And we also thank the government authorities for working so quickly to remove everyone from the situation. And we hope that Al Mullah Plaza will be back up and running in no time. It's 8:40 on Friday morning. Guys, we love to see your comments, by the way, coming in before, during and after the show. And a quick side note, if you pop in during the show and you missed our top stories, we do go live in podcast format later in the show. Jumping on to our final story of the day.
Yes, a Snapchatter drove a cat to the desert for hunting his pigeon. Now, in a recent video shared to the Lovin Dubai team, where it has been shown that a Snapchatter abandoned a cat in the desert, and the videos have gone viral, causing a wave of public indignation over animal cruelty.
Sometimes you get these videos and leaves question marks over what truly happened. In this case, it turned out that the Snapchatter drove a stray cat out to the desert because it was hunted and it had hunted and killed one of his pigeons. it is also assumed that the cat is a stray and not his own pet.
Now, the Snapchatter then decided to punish the cat by leaving it out in the desert. And of course, the video has caused a frenzy of anger among social media, which is honestly expected, right? I mean, honestly, when you see such a video, all that you can think about is, why would he do that? Or what actually happened? Or what caused this reaction coming out of him, which is honestly kind of like, it is sad, you know, because it's a cat. What can a cat understand? What can a cat know? Probably this is what they know. Cats just hunt in their own ways, just like they're animals at the end of the day, and we just punish them. Thinking that they're going to understand, just like us humans do. A lot of comments actually have been speculating on Instagram. There are a lot of angry people, but we don't know the full story. For example, Farhan said this is cruel. Over the past year, he has rescued 8 cats from the desert. Good for you, you know, but as well as mentioned earlier, we don't know what actually happened. You know, the cat, just like in the video, as we can see, it ran and then it ran back towards the owner, which we don't know if he's the owner. He is not. Some people think it's speculated that it's a stray cat, but in the video there's like a video of him of the cat in the car with the owner.
I think most people, whenever you see a story like this, your heart just bleeds for the animal, because as you said, like that type of what the cat apparently did is instinctual.
That's true.
And whenever you talk about, you know, how to train animals, it's never to put them in cages.
That's true.
It's to treat them as one of your own, be good to them, be kind to them, love them, show them that you are going to look after them, and then they look after you. Like, it's really kind of like a sweet method that whenever you see animals trapped in cages, it just like triggers, because you're thinking, this is not okay. Like, you know, animals have feelings, like they're emotional beings, and we cannot treat them like this. So when this story came out, I think most people, you know, hearts are just broken. People are saying, you know, leaving a cat out to fend for itself, like, how could you do that? But whenever I see a video like this, like, you want to get the guys, you'd like to hear
his point of view.
What caused him really to do this.
That's true. I mean, as you said, saying such behavior does break everyone's heart, which is why the comments are very, very, I would say, angry with what happened, because they don't understand what happened, you know, and maybe the guy is jokingly, or else why would he take a video of the cat? Maybe he's just like joking. Maybe he is, I don't know, trying to teach it a lesson. Of course, teaching a cat or an animal a lesson in this way and leaving it in the desert is never the right way, because they as well are beings and they do have feelings. They just don't have the same, I would say, ability to understand and comprehend the way a human can.
It's so wild, because I know that there's so many big animal lovers here. We have the pet rescue shelters. You know, I saw Stray Dogs Centre. They comment on this post saying, thank you for highlighting the story, because they see these types of stories all the time and they highlight them themselves. We highlight maybe one in 50, and it goes onto our bigger platform. They see it every day. They have a tireless team working behind them. They're the shelters. And you also just have people who love animals. And as we saw the comments here, you know, someone saying they rescued 8 cats from the desert. We have people feeding cats in the designated areas, and they're allowed to do that. So there's so many people who do so much to help animals in the UAE, particularly cats, because we know that there's a huge stray cat problem. However, then you have maybe like the 1 or 2 that kind of, let's say, even ruin it for us in terms of, you know, doing these awful things to animals.
That's
and it's so sad, but we know that there is an amazing community of people always willing to help. So even when this went out, people were like, you know, what could we do to help this? Like, let's make sure that this doesn't happen again. So highlighting these stories is quite important.
It is, because, you know, animal beings, they are fragile, and us as human beings, we don't understand that they actually need us more than we need them. Because you get a cat, and then you want, because for emotional support, for to fill up your time, and then if we treat it poorly,
family member.
It is actually, no, we had a dog, and oh my god, I was obsessed with my dog. I love them so much, but because I thought that I am actually not doing justice towards my dog, we had to give him away to a family that actually has a garden. You know, we live in an apartment. We're only 4 members of the family, so it was not fair. I'm at work, my sister's at work, everyone's at work, and leaving the dog. So, which is very sad, and that's how you should treat the animal. And even if it's a stray cat or a stray dog, you don't need to be very treat them like they're human. They're not human. They actually...
No, they're part of your family, and I think
are.
that's an important decision that you take when you decide to rescue an animal.
That is true.
They're part of your family, and then therefore you do anything in your power to make sure that that stays intact. I think we could talk for days about this, but as always, massive thank you to the animal shelter and rescue groups in the UAE who work night and day for animals. We respect you so much. We've talked about their stories before, and we will continue to do so. It's 8:45 on Monday morning. Can you believe we're in the middle of December and next Sunday is Christmas Day? How exciting. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in this morning. If you'd like to listen to our stories, like I said, we go live on podcast. But that's everything from me. Goodbye.
And that's everything from me as well. Bye-bye.